Peace and blessings. This is Marqueshia. For those of you who are new and those of you who are not, welcome back.
Peace and blessings. So it's day 2 of 5 of my detox. I'm doing a 5-day detox if you're just joining in the journey. And I'm back at the river, but I'm on a different part of the river. This part of the river has a little bit of a nature trail, so I wanted to come on this side to walk the nature trail and do a little bit of earthing. Yesterday was a pretty easy day. I intermittent, but today I'm eating all day. I've already had my sea moss this morning, my chlorophyll, and my lime water. And if you're trying to incorporate some type of detoxing into your daily food choices, I tell people start by incorporating more water, at least half your body weight. And you can do the simple method where you take quality water and add some freshly squeezed lemons or lime juice into it. Or you can incorporate one smoothie or one healthy salad, not a salad loaded with all of that stuff, because there's this weird trend going on where people say that they're having a salad, but it's like full of meat, cheese, croutons. I mean, totally unhealthy things. I mean, come on, like a healthy salad. So those are like 3 little options that you can try if you're trying to incorporate detoxing into your daily food choices. But I just wanted to pop my head in and tell you guys peace and blessings, grand rising. Today is a good day, day 2 of 5, and let's go.
After I finished my stretching, I started my walk. I walked the trail this day. Sometimes I power walk, sometimes I do yoga, sometimes I just sit in quietness and be still and do my meditations. But on this day, I did both. You'll see on the next clip where I have this little spot that I like by the river, and I just find my center and I take it easy. And part of me detoxing is to get more physically, spiritually, and mentally balanced. That's why it's important to me that when I am detoxing, I'm not just thinking about my body, that I'm also thinking about my spirit, and I'm thinking about my mind. So anytime you're struggling with something or dealing with something, or you need to make a decision, I highly suggest that you try to go within. I'm not saying that it works for everyone, but it has worked for me. I notice taking quiet time to myself every day, no matter what, it makes me feel better. Getting out, getting sunshine, getting fresh air, it does something to my spirit. With what's going on in the world right now, it's very important that we all go within and that we all take care of ourselves. Self-care is more than just buying things and going places. It's also taking care of your mental, spiritual, and physical health as well. So I believe. Wait, don't click off the video. Don't run away. Right here, I'm earthing. It's also known as grounding. Is when you reconnect your energy to Mother Earth and you give it back. So we've gotten away from just planting our feet on the ground, and I try to do this every single day. This is what I'm doing here. Please don't leave.
I got my fruit right here and some spring water. I'm taking a little break from editing, and I came outside to have my fruit. I don't like bananas, but I force myself to eat them. And the way that I get myself to eat them is I eat them with other fruit. So in this bowl, I have bananas, strawberries, grapes, and I only buy grapes with seed and grapefruit. That's what's in here. And the strawberries are so. So instead of just staying in all day, I come out as much as I can. And I got like my Jesus sandals on so that I can take my shoes off and do some earthing too. But my detox is going good. If you're detoxing, you should not be hungry because you can eat all day. You're not limited to the food, you're not limited to how much food you can have. You're limiting yourself to the foods that you can have. So you should not be hungry. You should not be hungry. Now, if you're diabetic, you know you guys can only have fruit and certain foods in moderation, but there's free foods for you guys too. I had got really addicted to having the vegan junk food, you know. It's quick, it's easy, but it's not the healthiest. So you have to listen to your body and give your intestine a rest. You have to allow your body to heal itself. And the best way for it to heal itself is to herb up and eat a whole bunch of fresh fruits and vegetables. And that's what I'm doing right now.
And for the remainder of the day, I had a smoothie. I munched on some more fruit and nuts. And for dinner, I had the chickpea and sauteed kale dish again with some quinoa and avocado. And that was pretty much it for day 2. Okay, you guys, it was horrible at vlogging today. And it's the end of day 3. And I have to admit, I am a little tired. I'm sorry that I did not get any footage. And what happened was my battery on my camera died, and when that died, it throws me off. So for yesterday and today, I was using my phone to vlog about detoxing. And today was a pretty easy day as well. And the way that my day normally goes, first thing in the morning, after I do my morning routine, prayer, meditation, and my silence, I typically have room temperature water with either freshly squeezed lemon or lime juice that aids in the digestion, and I have a herbal tea, one or the other. Sometimes I have both, but normally it's one of the other. Then I always have my chlorophyll, because chlorophyll is what turns plants green, and it gives oxygen to the blood. It helps with my anemia. And I always have at least 2 heaping tablespoons of sea moss gel a day, whether I have it in the morning or if I have it after I come back from working out. So I typically have those every day, no matter what. And then I also take multivitamins. I take some supplements. I'll put a little picture in so you guys can see what all supplements I take. And because I am vegan, it is not optional. I have to take my supplements because I cannot realistically eat all the nutrients and minerals that I need throughout the day. I've tried it before, so I do what works best for me, and what keeps me aligned is making sure that I supplement and herb up. And that's what I did today. And I pretty much munched on fruit and water all day. Now, I only drink spring water. It is my preferred water. No matter what, I'm going to always have at least a half a gallon of water every day. Most days I have a gallon a day. That's just how it goes. That's just what it is. It's not negotiable. I'm a waterhead. I believe in it. I'm going to always ask for quality water over anything else. And I was vegging on fruits pretty much all day. I was in a little bit of a rush because my grandson came to stay with me today, and his mom was dropping him off, and I wanted to juice. So I had to soak my fruit.
I had to, and soaking the fruit is where you're washing it to get the pesticides and wax, because most fruits that you buy, even if it says that it's organic, you don't know what they done to it once it got to the store. So we don't have a farmer's market here, and most of my food I get from Walmart, unless I go like 45 minutes away to go to the co-op or Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, or if they have a farmer's market in the 45 minutes away town. But I pretty much munched on fruit all day long, because for most of the afternoon I was busy making the juice. I don't have my cold pressed juicer here anymore. I only have my blender, so I pretty much was making the juice using the blender, and that took up like a pretty good part of my afternoon. Then for dinner, now I'm gonna tell you guys something that blows people's mind, and I believe a lot of health conscious people do it. I've been vegan, plant based, I use them interchangeably for a long time now. So when I grocery shop or I'm meal planning for the week, I try to see how many meals I can make out of whatever I had. It's probably gonna blow your mind. For the last 3 days, I have been eating that chickpea and kale. It's good. I like how it tastes. It's one of my favorites. It's a no-brainer. And the cool thing about that is that if you're using dried chickpeas, and most of the time I'm using dried beans unless something happens and I have to get canned. When you're using dried beans, you have to soak them overnight and cook them. So once you go through that process 1 or 2 times, you tend to make more than enough, because you don't want to have to boil the beans or peas or whatever it is that you may be eating. So for me, I boil a nice amount of them. And what I do is I simply just take the chickpeas with some garlic, onions, peppers, herbs, and saute it down. And I also add the kale, and I cut the kale up really, really fine, and I use coconut oil and a little bit of liquid Bragg's aminos, and I saute the kale down until it gets really, really soft, and then I throw the chickpeas in. Now I can eat that by itself. I eat that with quinoa, and then tonight I had it in the form of a salad. The only thing different that I did when I had it in the form of a salad tonight was I added avocado, lime, and tomatoes, and I had that for a salad. So quinoa, I eat quinoa warm, and I also eat it cold on my salads, and that pushes me through. So I always tell people when they ask me, how do I meal prep, why over on Instagram I made eating healthy and a lifestyle change look so easy. I'm sorry, I just basically tell people because I try to get a bang for my buck, and time is the one thing we can't get back. So prepping and planning out everything before I go to the grocery store, it makes a huge difference in my day. And it's kind of late, you guys, and I'm so sorry I'm rambling and talking, but I just realized like I did a poor job vlogging today, but I'm going to try to do a better job tomorrow. My grandson is here, and he's a baby, so I can't promise you guys that, I'm on nana duty. So that's pretty much where my focus is, plus with the detoxing, but I'm going to do my best. Okay, so yeah, check in with you guys tomorrow. Peace. It's day 4 of my detox, and I'm having some of that fresh cold pressed juice that I made. And I'm also preparing some black beans over here on the stove. I have 3 jars of this, so not the same one, but 3 different ones. I'll pop a little picture in to show you guys what that look like. But prepping dinner or tomorrow's dinner or whatever, it just depends on how I feel. But it's late, it's Sunday, and oh, that's so wrong. It's not late. I woke up late. It's 1 in the afternoon, meaning it's not in the morning. But yeah, so I know I look a hot mess, but day 4. And then, of course, I had my sea moss. I always have 2 heaping tablespoons a day, plus my chlorophyll water.
and my supplements. And I pretty much munched on fruit once again all day. Right here, I'm just showing you guys where I was cutting up some grapefruits that I had left over. I didn't want them to go bad. I had used some in the juices that I made, but I still had a couple of left. So I'm going ahead and preparing those. And I'm also cutting up a pineapple that I had. And I munched on walnuts, almonds, but I only took a picture of the walnuts. And I'm making me a fresh cup of ginger tea here. When I'm detoxing, I act kind of like a cow. I mean, seriously, I graze all day long, and I'm putting in some lime into this ginger tea. I drunk this all day long. And these are the black beans that I soaked overnight that were dry, and this the aftermath on the cutting board where I was sauteing down the onions, peppers, herbs, and the tomatoes for me to stew those black beans down. I was making a taco salad using walnuts, and yes, you can use walnuts to make a meat replacement. I do have a video on my channel showing you guys how I did that. And this is it once it's sauteed down, and I just build me a salad. And I use this walnut meat to build me a huge salad. I loaded that salad up. It has mixed greens, black beans, corn, homemade guacamole, a homemade cashew cheese dressing. That's what's drizzled on top. The quinoa, onions, peppers, and tomatoes. It was so good. And I also had some more of that juice that I made the night before, and that was pretty much it. And that was all for day 4, you guys. I'm looking forward to day 5. I'm almost done with my 5-day detox. And like always, I want to tell you guys, thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. And it's a lifestyle. I send you peace, love, and light wherever you may be on your journey. Peace.